Making changes to urban mobility plans then are big tasks, and you need to make sure that you engage with all the right stakeholders and talk to the right people. Here in Brussels, they're doing just that. Here is Mobility Minister Elke van Brandt to explain, in her own words, how Brussels is going about it.
So a good move is actually a plan for 10 years to change Brussels. And the idea is that we make Brussels a nicer place to live in, with more place for pedestrians, for cyclists, for children to play, for people to live in, so that we are redistributing public space. We're going to do that by dividing Brussels in 50 areas, and each area will have its own circulation plan. So we're going to canalize traffic through the main axis and make sure that in the neighborhoods where people live, where children should play, there's fewer traffic, only people who need to be there, no transit traffic, and at a lower speed and with more place for pedestrians and cyclists. So we've started with the Good Move program. So it's a plan for 10 years, but we already started. So we selected the first 10 neighborhoods where we're going to work. So in each neighborhood, we will make a circulation plan so that only the local traffic will be allowed and that the transit traffic will be canalized through the main axis. And in those neighborhoods, we're going to redistribute the public space, make sure there's more place for pedestrians, for cyclists, for children to play. And so that work has started. I think a very important inspiration is Barcelona with the Superblocks. They did the same thing, so canalizing traffic via the main axis and creating superblocks in which there's fewer cars and lesser traffic. And that's the same idea we're implementing in Brussels, of course. It's also inspired by cities with the Vision Zero and on road security, make sure that we have zero deaths or people hurt in our traffic. So we inspired on several aspects, but of course we hope to inspire other cities as well once we've implemented it. I think the corona crisis showed even more than ever the necessity to redistribute public space. We had a moment, the first lockdown, where there was nearly no traffic and people were crossing each other too on very narrow sidewalks, and there were conflicts between joggers and pedestrians and cyclists because there was not enough space. So it was more than ever clear that we need to redistribute public space, create places for people to go out, little parks, making sure that there are neighborhoods where children can play outside, where people can go for a walk. Because most people in Brussels and in most cities, they don't have a garden, they don't have a terrace. So coming out is going out in public space. So recreating public space is really important. I think Corona showed us more than ever the importance of a nice neighborhood, having everything within 10 minutes, walking at the city at 10 minutes. So we really want to urge the plans we had to make them concrete. If you want to change a city, you have to do it with the inhabitants of the city, with the commerciants, with the people who are visiting us. And there's a lot of energy in Brussels to do so. During the summertime, we had this a call for project, and we said to people that if you want to recreate a certain part of your neighborhood, a roundabout or a street, you can have a little financial support to do so. And we had a lot of reactions, and at 50 locations in Brussels, people started this pop-up park or a little play area in order to rethink their own neighborhood. And that showed that people are willing to collaborate, are willing to rethink their neighborhood. They have a lot of energy, a lot of imagination. And if we do it together with them, we can really make this city a city for people to live in and to enjoy. Of course, I see the potential that Brussels has. I know that Brussels can be a city where it's nice to come as a tourist, where it's nice to come to work, where it's nice to live in. And I see all this potential, but we really need to change a lot. There's a lot of traffic jams in Brussels, a lot of space provided for parking spaces and car lanes. And so we really need to make different choices. And of course, I always want to go fast because you know this potential there is, but we need to go step by step. We need to make sure that the inhabitants of Brussels are part of this process, that we can do so. But now we have a plan. It's a plan on 10 years, but it's not within 10 years to start. We're starting now, neighborhood by neighborhood. And we know that once we tackle one or two neighborhoods, it will inspire the other neighborhoods. So once we get started, we know it will have a positive impact for the rest of Brussels.